Okay, y'all. Yo, I came across this the other day, and it's a video of someone talking about where we are as far as the state of America. It talks about Trump, Donald Trump, and what he's doing right now, as far as panicking because he's losing his base, he's losing the Republicans. And one of the things that they talk about in his is the fact that he is losing his base, what he's starting to do now. And you see a lot of it, like taking away Martin Luther King Day or taking away Juneteenth from national parks. Like, that is a form of racism if I've ever seen one. Like, why would you take away black holidays and replace it with your own? Then you start to see all of the things in the slang he's starting to call people, some Somalians. I think it was Somalians. I hope I'm saying it right. Somalians are very dark people. Some with my complexion or darker. The name you start to use for them, it's like you're starting to result to just straight racism. And what the point they're making is he's using that to rally his base back up because I've always said that the whole thing is built on racism. And so as this term uh, just going on and on and on, he's not fulfilling some of the promises. He's not fulfilling any of the promises that he's told his supporters that he would do. And so now he's starting to lose all of their support. He's going back to the main thing that rallied them all together. You got him killing brown, darker people in the ocean, just blowing up their boats. And I said this all along. A lot of it is the fact that they want violence. They want violence. They wanted violence with the Mexicans, deporting the Mexicans. Like that wasn't enough. Like all the things you see them doing with the Mexicans, getting them out of the country. Like, man, that's bad. They're really hurting them. Busting their windows, dragging them out the car. Like a lot of that, we look at that and be like, that's really bad. But if you have to understand, his voters, to them, it's not enough. They want more. They want the violence. I said one thing that is missing from you got the slogan "Make America Great Again," and all of this racism you see. He's giving it to him like he's throwing red meat to the base. But you have to understand, with them, that's not enough. Some of them want more. They want people being murdered in some cases. And I'm not even trying to be hypothetical. Like some people really want more violence than what they see now. That's why you see them blowing up people who may be fishermen and they sitting there blowing them up. People want that violence, and that's what you have to understand. What they're doing now, they're people here in America are just saying that's not enough. So I want to show you this video, and it's someone who was been from the beginning with his base, but as they explain that they're pulling away from Donald Trump because, first of all, it's not enough what he's doing. They want more and more violence. So you definitely have to take a look at this, and then we'll come back and y'all tell me what y'all think about what I'm going to show y'all because this is crazy, y'all. Y'all have got to see this. My name is Johnny Johnny. We're on different platforms, so make sure you tap in and leave your comment.
So Nick Fuentes came out and basically told the actual
Okay, this
truth about
video
Trump's
play.
master plan and
Play the
what
video. Here
him
we
and
go.
his billionaire donors are currently doing in Washington, D.C. And this is actually spot on. This is actually spot on. So let's listen, and then we'll break it
While this
down.
video's
And
playing,
then as a
we're on
bonus, I'm going to
YouTube,
show you
Facebook,
how Nick
and
Fuentes
Twitch.
is probably
So
the
make sure
single
you
most
tap in
confused
and
man in America.
leave
So
your
Nick Fuentes,
comments so
all
we
it
can,
depends
uh,
on is what
and,
day it is.
basically
told the actual
respond
truth
to
about
it.
Trump's master plan and what him and his billionaire donors are currently doing in Washington, D.C. And this is actually spot on. This is actually spot on. So let's listen, and then we'll break it down. And then as a bonus, I'm going to show you how Nick Fuentes is probably the single most confused man in America. Because all it depends on is what day it is. And he flips a coin to determine if he's going to fucking be giddy about Trump and support him or rail against him and act like he's, pure evil. So let's take a look and we'll break it down.
This is actually their intentional playbook. They're deeply conscientious of this. And this is how it goes.
Sorry, my internet connection is acting up a little bit, but
So let's take a look and we'll break it down.
This is actually their intentional playbook. They're deeply conscientious of this. And this is how it goes. What is happening right now, obviously, is that Trump is more unpopular maybe than ever. Certainly he's more unpopular than at any other time in this second term. His favorability is in the toilet. His approval is in the toilet. Specifically, his approval on immigration and the economy is very bad. For the first time in years, voters actually favor Democrats on the economy over Republicans. People blame Trump for the state of the economy more than they blame Biden. Any way that you cut it, Trump is in real trouble with these numbers. Numbers polling his own base, polling Republicans, independents. Any way you cut it, it is catastrophically bad. And he has only himself to blame. We're cutting Medicaid to pay for corporate tax cuts. Doge was a total failure. We're bombing Iran. Prices have not gone down and the economy has not recovered. The tariffs have been a complete disaster. There are mounting signs all over the economy. We're in a real estate bubble. Consumer spending is slowing. The job market is frozen. They're not even releasing the jobs report in October. On top of all that, they didn't even release the Epstein files. So it is a total disaster. That is why he's unpopular, and it's self-inflicted. It is because rather than keep his promises, all that this administration has done is enrich the people that are in it. There is rampant, basically criminal levels of corruption in this government. The very people that Trump brought in to drain the swamp, they're looting D.C. They're taking everything that isn't nailed down practically. They're fucking stealing. They are corrupt. That is all these people. Why do you think they brought these people in? Someone like Howard Lutnick and David Sachs and, these people, they are criminals. So this is, and it's important to understand this, contrary to what the true believers, the plan trusters say, this is not actually the result of a political system that is so difficult to overcome that, they can't do it in a matter of 5 years. No, they're not even trying. It is actually for a lack of trying that it is this way. They're not trying. It's a joke. Kristi Noem is a joke. Kash Patel is a joke. Pete Hegseth is a joke. People allegedly are in there blackmailing him. It's like every person in this cabinet is a complete disaster.
listen to this.
And the reason it's like this is because it's all patronage. Trump got in office to stay out of jail. He had to cut deals to get money. And now that he's in, he had to reward the donors by allowing them to pick the cabinet members, reward other people in the party with these patronage posts. And now this is what we're getting. So this is an utter and complete catastrophe. There's no deportations. We hit the H-1B cap.
There's no deportation. Oh my God, bro. We're going to come back to that one.
We're in a war with Iran. We're going to go back very soon. It's just like one cataclysm after the next. Here's the playbook. It is in this context where Trump posts something like this. Poll numbers down, favorability down the tubes, economy sucks, all these wars are breaking out all over again. Everybody's deeply unhappy. What do? Let it rip with the racism, let it rip with the retard, let it rip with nativism. I know what'll get those stupid idiots back on my side. I'm going to do a racist rant. I'm going to go on Twitter and True Social, and I'm going to let it rip.
I love that he's bringing this up as like, all he has to do is some performative cruelty and do a racist rant, and he gets the idiots back on his side. You mean sort of like this?
This is why we need to be negative. This is why we need to threaten to withhold our support. This is why we need to make it unignorable and visible, because if we do, then Trump will be forced to pander to us. And he knows how to do it. Nobody's better than him. We just need to create the impetus for it. And now that has happened, like clockwork, what does Trump do? He dusts off the old playbook and we get Trump 2016 all over again. You're welcome. I'll never get any credit for it, but you are welcome for giving you Trump 2016 back. How do you get the politicians to do what you want them to do? Threaten to withhold support.
So this is Trump went on a massively racist anti-Somali immigrant rant in the White House. And this is Nick Fuentes doing a victory lap, taking credit for applying pressure to him to get him to do that. That's what this video is. And the other video I showed you is him saying, now that Trump has failed in every imaginable way to get the idiots back on his side, he's just doing a racist rant. So in one video, he is the idiot. And in the other video, he's critiquing the idiot who will get back on Trump's good side because he did a racist rant. Wow, Nick. It's from one day to the next. Flip like that.
Attack them. Do it from the right. It doesn't matter if you do it from the left. The left is already the enemy. Do it from inside. Do it from within the right wing. That's what they're worried about. And that's the model. Look at how we got Trump to cave in such a short amount of time. And look at how beautifully he delivered.
He delivered beautifully. The guy who's not releasing the Epstein files, who's bombing Iran, who's going to do a war on Venezuela and is already murdering innocent fishermen, who set up fucking concentration camps across the country, who is comically corrupt, the most corrupt president we've ever had, ever, by the way. That guy, oh, look, bro, it's beautiful. It's beautiful what he just did.
He understood the assignment completely. He comes out and says, all these brown people do is bitch in their hijabs and they're ungrateful and they stink and we don't want them here. I mean, it couldn't be better if you dreamed it up. This is out of the wildest imagination of the most obsequious plan truster, and it was delivered to us on a silver platter because we threatened to withhold our support because we said we don't like Trump anymore. And now this is what we get. It's a desperate bid to get our support back. And he knows what to do. He always has. We just need to give him a reason to play that out.
It's incredible. In one clip, he's critiquing the exact person that he is in this clip. It's incredible.
And I'm going to be obnoxious and belligerent and politically incorrect and brash and controversial. And I'm going to say something so shocking, so edgy, so ridiculous that everyone is going to be talking about this and not that. Everyone's going to be talking about how I called Tim Walz a retard. Everyone's going to be talking about how I said this about Ilhan Omar. I'm going to pack 15 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag of controversy and rage bait and clip farming so that nobody's going to pay attention to the fact that we didn't even release the October jobs report because it was so bad. No one's paying attention to a war in Venezuela that nobody wants. No one's paying attention to...
You want it!
That's crazy.
You want
that he's
it!
admitting
We
that.
covered you saying you were in favor of that. That, oh, well, this is our backyard, so it's different. It's not the same as bombing Iran. You want it! Now all of a sudden, what? You're pretending like you don't? Like there isn't video of you fucking talking about how much you like that? Oh my God.
Black Friday consumer trends being a disaster, the job market failing. No one pay any attention to the complete and utter disaster. Republicans might lose their majority in the House before the midterms because so many people are jumping ship.
That's true, by the way. There's a Puck report that says like 20 Republicans are thinking of retiring.
But don't look at that. Look at my racist rant. Look at my stupid little rant on Truth Social that I'm not actually going to do shit about. I'm not going to follow through on any of it.
Oh, see, you see what the criticism is? The criticism is, bro, we love the racist rant, but now you got to act on it. Now you got to round up all the Somalians and put them into alligator Auschwitz or Guantanamo Bay. Jesus Christ, bro. Here's my response to Nick Fuentes. Nick, this is fucking always what right-wing politics collapses into. This is always. There is no version of right-wing politics that doesn't suck off the billionaires and cater to the donors. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Right-wing politics by its very nature is hierarchical. So there's an order, there's a way things work. The people at the top are supposed to be at the top because the cream always rises to the top. If you're underneath, that's on you. It's a birth defect or it's a lack of work ethic. And so there is no version of right-wing politics that delivers for the people. But really, this is a little bit of, damn, I'm mad because we got exactly what we fucking wanted. That's what this is.
I'm talking about
he
what
said,
we talk
they're not
about
even
for
doing deportation. Really?
years.
They're not doing deportation? That's your criticism of Trump?
basically
You're
talking
not
about
tough enough on immigrants. Excuse you? We have fucking mass kidnappings and abductions and human traffickings. We have no due process from these ICE Gestapo thugs. We have 22 people who died in ICE custody so far. We have literal criminals joining ICE and endless reporting on how there's basically no fucking standards anymore. We have ICE thugs assaulting an 84-year-old married couple and shooting a priest in the face with pepper balls and tear gassing a fucking baby and running over people with cars and tear gassing journalists and cops and zip tying naked kids who were U.S. citizens, by the way. They deported a guy for having cologne, pretending it was like drugs when it wasn't. They literally fucking lynched a guy We covered how
So,
they fucking lynched a guy on the
as you
show.
can see,
and
they
your
want
takeaway
more
is
of it.
they're not
Everything
tough
that's
enough on
happening,
immigrants. What the
they're not
fuck
even
is this?
happy
And then he has
or
the nerve to say,
satisfied
how
with
dare
that.
you call me a
They're trying to
Nazi?
get a lot of
All
it
I did
because
was
they
praise
want
Adolf Hitler multiple
more,
times and told Trump he's not right-wing enough on immigration. But I'm
racist.
not a Nazi!
He's not doing
Oh
enough.
my God, bro. What the fuck? He used to be more honest. He used to be more honest. You'd
So
be like,
I'm going
man,
to switch over
that's Nazi shit. He'd be like, yeah,
to
of
a
course.
different
Duh. Now you said, don't call me out!
internet.
Don't call me out! All I want is for Trump to be more right-wing
y'all let me
on
know what y'all
immigration,
think
even
about
though it's
this.
not
Leave
even
your
fucking
comments.
possible. They've already raided
Leave
schools
a
and
question,
meatpacking
leave a
facilities and
suggestion.
farms and Home
And,
Depots.
I do have
They
Cash
tackled a
App tag on here.
79-year-old
It's around
car wash
Christmas
owner
time,
and
y'all. Let's try to
hospitalized
speak
him, and they
for
deported a
donations.
guy who was wrongfully imprisoned for 40 years. I want them to go further to the right on that issue.
So we can keep this podcast going. If you like
This is
what you
always,
see, sure.
always
y'all
where right-wing
support
politics
my
becomes.
podcast.
Every single time.
Okay? If
It will be super serving the corporations,
leave
super
comments,
serving the
questions on
billionaire
3 different
donors.
platforms, and
It will always be that. It will.
So
They'll always
if you
fuck
like the
people
content
over
you
when it
like
comes to their
what you
healthcare,
see, make
when it
sure
comes to
that
their
you-
wages, when it comes to the fucking regulations, or should I say lack thereof. There are no regulations.
Make sure you donate.
There are no
all right?
regulations.
All right, y'all,
Trump
we'll get out of here.
deregulated